Hello, this is Regina Lemma and my beautiful daughter.
Rolana. We are the CEO and founders of Guns Down, Stop Killing, Live Today, the Mark A. Rayner Scholarship Fund.
And as I told everyone about a month ago when we were doing the first part of putting the guns down, that we were going to be joining in again, my daughter and I, and speaking about the second part of stopping the killing of the virus of killing, this pandemic that's
Yes.
going on, that's killing up all of our children, our family, and we have to put a stop to it. Just like they've put a stop to the virus, the vaccines, we must have something that's going to work for
right.
the pandemic of killing. We've got to stop it. We got to stop it now.
Yes.
And remember, we had asked everybody, what can we do? What can we do as a people,
Right.
as the world and a nation? We've got to find solutions to help to put the guns down.
Yes.
So, we're saying right now, it's just like the president said the other day, we're in a pandemic. We're in a gun pandemic. And it's like a virus. And it's spreading. And it's worse than ever before. Why? Because there's a lot of people that, after this year and a half of staying and cooped up in a home, it's driving people insane. And some of them are picking up guns and they're just running out, doing the unthinkable. And we have got to think fast as to what to do. And, there's a lot of solutions. Yes. There's a lot of things. My daughter and I, we've been pandering it and talking about it.
Yes.
But we need your help. We need you to tell us, what can we do as a whole, as a nation? We have to do it now. And there's one solution that my daughter and I had thought about, and we believe if you use the same emergency formula that you use for the virus pandemic, if you use it for the gun pandemic, I believe that we can put a dent and maybe take it to zero to kill.
Absolutely.
And that thing that we think that we could use, and we would want to spread this and let everybody else spread it. And we need, the hierarchy people to get involved. But I believe if you use the same method and pay people to stop killing,
right,
just like in the pandemic with the virus, everybody got stimulus checks. Everybody got extra unemployment. Everybody got monies to help them through this horrible virus. That's the same thing that we need to stop the gun killing.
Yes.
Slow the gun killing down. Get the gun killing down to zero. That's what we need. If we can get together in many groups, small groups, and let, the hierarchy people that can, the same ones that gave the money for the virus, for the extra monies, the funding, and make it mandatory for every household, everybody. Just like going to get the shots.
Right, Mom.
To come and get educated. Have a class for everybody. And pay them. Give them a check. A stimulus check. A check to help them with the education of putting the guns down.
Yes.
It's not the guns that's killing the people. It's the people that's killing the people. But they're using the guns to do it.
Right.
Put the guns down. We're not anti-guns, but we're anti-senseless killing.
Right.
So we must stop the senseless killing. And since the pandemic has been going, everybody has just been going nuts. I think we need this emergency plan to be put in as soon as possible.
Yes.
And get grouping, just like you did with the shots, the vaccines. Bring them in for 2 hours. Let everybody get educated. Pay them to come.
Mm-hmm.
Pay 2 house notes. Pay 3 car notes. Give them a check. Let them take this class.
That's powerful.
Pay attention to the human being, the human person,
Mm-hmm.
the body of
Right.
the human. You shoot that human, that body will fall.
Yes.
And that body will die.
Yes.
So we got to stop that. So let's bring them in. And this is just a part of what we're thinking.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
we're going to have literature and everything on it.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to take it to the Capitol.
Right.
And ask them, hey, this is what we can do. The same way we did the pandemic with the virus. Let's do it with the gun killing.
Yes.
So we're going to be opening up real soon. It's going to be live. And we're going to have everyone give us some feedback. What can we do?
Right.
But if you'll listen and you'll watch, the virus is coming to an end. It's coming down, slowly but slowly. There is going to be that some that's going to slow down and going to do what they want to do. But if you can save 50%, 75%,
Right.
if you can 30%, we got to put a dent in it before we can get it down to 0.
Exactly.
So let's make that happen. And we're going to work closer to it. We're going to make more literature about this. And we believe, the
That's
CEOs of Guns Down, Stop Killing,
Yes, we do.
myself and my daughter,
Yes.
that if we can work some strategy or some plan like that, and each and every household has to participate, mandatory,
Yes.
just like, we believe that can be a start to slowing some of the killing.
It absolutely will be.
So we thank you, everybody, for joining in. We're going to be talking more and more on this. We're going to be coming back, my daughter and I, and we're going to keep on fighting this until we can make it happen. You're going to fight,
stay in the fight, and win.
And with God's help,
yes,
and the grace of the world and everybody working together with us and chiming in to make it happen, keeping the awareness, buying the t-shirts, making sure everybody know what we're talking about and what we're about to save the lives, because now more than ever before, we have to really make a stand for people to understand.
Exactly.
This has got to happen. And I'm going to turn a few words over to my daughter, and we're going to be coming back to you real soon.
Yes.
And we thank you.
We thank you. My mother, everything my mother said here is powerful, it's impactful, and it's something that we all have to pay attention to in a big way. We see so much going on every day, and we find that we have to stop and pay attention and really look at the reality of things. It's not so much about everybody just saying, oh, it's shooting going on, it's too many guns around, like my mother said. It's about people picking up those guns. I was speaking to a priest, and he had told us, he said, a gun is nothing more than a pencil on a table. It's an object. But when you pick up the gun and you use it to kill someone, that is when you have made the worst decision in your life, because when you kill a human being, you are killing the God in that person. And when I sat there and I listened to him speak, Father Frank speak, that was the most profound statement that I'd ever heard in my life, because it really made me stop and pay attention to the validity of what he was saying. And when you talk to someone that has stopped killing in his country and all over the world, it really, really brings me to a place to say to everyone here in America, and I'm going to speak to America primarily right now, because we know that everything is global and we want everyone all over the world to be safe. However, here in America, we have to learn and be better at standing together. We're a United States of America, so that should mean that we unite in saving lives. So a lot of times people, they feel like they may not want to purchase a t-shirt, purchase merchandise, or hold a banner show support. You're not showing support just for our organization or the next person's organization. Take the selfishness out of it. Take yourself out of that equation and step out of the box and think about it. Everyone is a human being. Everyone can be killed. Just think about that. Let that sit with you for a second. So nobody is exempt here on this earth. So if we walk around here feeling like we don't have to pay attention to, whether it be Guns Down, Stop Killing, Live Today, the Mark A. Rayner Scholarship Fund, or any other organization that is based on saving lives. We go out every day of our lives, my mother and I and our organization, to save lives. When my mother lost her son physically to gun violence, my brother physically to gun violence, we began our crusade and our mission and our cause. And we say this all the time, but I want it to sit with you. Really let it sit with you, because sometimes in life we walk through this life and we're moving at such a fast pace that we're not paying attention. And I'm not preaching, but I'm just speaking the truth. It's all factual. And in the pandemic, we've seen where everyone was forced to stand still and sit, whether you wanted to or not. And in that time, being forced to sit still to save your life and not be killed by this deadly virus, you had to do what you probably didn't want to do, and that's sit still for a minute. But in that stillness is when you can find God. In that stillness is when you can find the reality. In that stillness is when you can find the truth and even your truth. So I don't want to go too long on this, but I just want to say to everyone out there, living and dying is real, and we know it is. We look at it every single day. We live here in Atlanta, Georgia. We're from Michigan. From Atlanta to Detroit, all over the country and worldwide, we see things happening that shouldn't happen. In Detroit, there's a lot of killing going on. It always has been. But that being my hometown, it resonates with me when I hear about people losing their lives senselessly, being shot and killed, and somebody just shooting somebody down in the streets like their life means nothing. They don't care about that individual's life. They don't care about that individual's family and the hurt, the suffering, and the pain. I sit and I listen to a lot of things here in Atlanta, Georgia that goes on with kids being shot down, murdered, senseless. And senseless, that's not even the word, because for a child to take a stray bullet, to take any type of bullets that's used for artillery, for army, for war, for battle, and babies are being struck down by guns, bullets, people pulling triggers on children and not caring where or who it hits. So even when you think about the mayor of Atlanta, she's stepping away from being the mayor. She's not seeking another term because she feels like she doesn't want to have to sit there and talk about children being killed in this city. And so, you know, I can understand a person's thought process in that, because my mother and I, we feel the same way. We don't want to sit here and discuss babies being shot down, 15-year-old girls being shot and killed. Of course, we've seen what happened with the police brutality with George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and Ahmaud Arbery being shot and killed. So these are all names, and I don't want to leave anybody out, and God bless everyone who has lost their life senselessly to gun violence by another person or police brutality. Whatever the situation is, my heart bleeds for your family members. God has a plan for everybody's life, but I feel that no one's life should be cut short by the hands of another human being. And so, not to go long on this, but I'm passionate. My mother is passionate about it. And I just say for everybody to stop, look, and listen. Pay attention, because the life you save could be your own or your loved one. And I'm going to wrap it up right there. But I'd like to say that to everybody, just do sometimes what you don't want to do. And that is raise the awareness. And for those who are already doing it, I commend you. And I don't have to give anybody any praise for that. It's something that you should just be doing naturally. And we thank you again very much.
And we, we're coming live real soon, in a couple of weeks. And when we do that, we want everybody to chime in
Yes.
and help us. Help
Yes.
us. Help the world decide what else can we do.
Yes.
We're coming up with plans, but we need everybody's help. Everybody's say-so is important.
Right.
So let's get it together, guys. Let's do it today. And we thank you so much, and God bless your heart.
God bless you. Guns down. Stop killing. Live today. The Mark A. Rayner Scholarship Fund. God bless.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. One love.
And stay connected by
By heart.